Today in this video, we will be deep diving into the brain of Hugo, the developer of CryptoLocally. It's a project that I am not familiar with, I don't know anything about, and I, like you, want to know, is this a project that we could sink our hard-earned money and time into? Is this someone that we could trust in a world full of scams and rug pulls, honeypots, and all this kind of stuff? Hey, is CryptoLocally a project that is it a legit project that's going somewhere, or is it just another scam like the rest of this wild west of cryptocurrency? If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to one Bitcoin. I'm a brand new crypto investor, okay? I'm not your financial advisor. This is never financial advice. I'm a cowboy who gives cowboy advice, so you can't sue for that, okay? I have a little lizard brain, but gorilla arms and diamond hands exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency with a whole bunch of other cowboys just trying to make it. If you want to roll with us, hit the subscribe button down below, notification bell, of course, and give us a like button on this video. If you are a generous person, the next time you think about hitting the like button, I would be just super grateful for that. Now, if you don't know what we're doing here, I, like you, have been scammed. I've been scammed. This whole wild west of cryptocurrency is crazy. And so I've also seen like these other YouTubers who promote and pump and shill these coins, don't really care about it, have zero energy or empathy or interest in it, just want to get paid. And these developers have come to me saying, Aaron, this is a problem. Like, these YouTubers, they're not doing anything. They're not benefiting anyone besides themselves. And so what I do is I wanted to come up with a win-win-win strategy where I would interview developers. And what this does is these developers will then, they have the ability to stand on their project, give us insight that websites might not give, or knowledge that we might not be able to glean from. And they could do it with passion and energy. And then I, the second win, get compensated for the time and energy and all this kind of stuff. And I get to, I don't have to pull punches. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to kind of play the game and, read a website or blah, blah, blah. And then you and I get the best, the freshest, the most core to the source information, whether or not we could invest in a project. And there's a whole bunch of projects out there that turn me down because they don't want to dox themselves, except CryptoLocally. And in this video, we have Hugo from CryptoLocally saying, hey, I've got a project that I'm proud of, that I am not ashamed of. I want to show my face, and I want to let you know why this is a project that you should be investing in as well. So, Hugo, welcome to the hot seat.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Aaron. Thanks a lot for having me. It's great to be here and looking forward to answer your questions.
Awesome. I got a lot of questions, and there will be no punches pulled, and hopefully you can take the hot seat, and I'm hoping that you can. We're all just looking for a project that we could sink our teeth into. But before we could get to CryptoLocally, I'd like to know about you. Who are you, Hugo? What kind of background do you come into this project, into the crypto space?
Sure. So I'll try to give you a quick intro. I started studying economics. After that, I started my career into banking. So I worked for UBS and AXA at that time in Paris. And I quickly realized that banking was not for me. So I looked for smaller companies, mainly tech startups. So I moved to Berlin and started working for an online video game company there. Spent some time there. I worked for a couple other startups, and then moved to Hong Kong to work for a startup there. Worked for 2 different companies there, and that's where I met actually Jay, the co-founder of CryptoLocally. I was already involved in crypto on a personal side, but that's when we decided to start CryptoLocally together. He's a backend and blockchain engineer. I'm focused on product and UI UX, also a little bit of front-end dev, but mostly product side.
All right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it about me.
So just as a recap, you come from a banking background, but you got tired of that corporate lifestyle. So you went to small startups in tech, and mostly with this video game company. Then you moved to Hong Kong, and then that's where you met this guy and you started CryptoLocally. Is that about right?
Yeah, it's a short summary, but yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Just so I could have an understanding of your background and stuff like that, which is very interesting, especially economics. Okay, so tell me about CryptoLocally. What's it all about? What's this project? What's the heart of it?
So we are a peer-to-peer marketplace for crypto. To put it easy, it's a bit like an eBay platform for cryptocurrencies. So you can post your offers for buying and selling different cryptos, or you can use other users offers that are already online. If you want to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever we actually have on the platform, you can lift one of the offers that one of the users have set, chat with him, agree on a payment method, and then the trade starts.
Gotcha. Okay,
On
so
top of that, we also have a DeFi wallet, and we also have a token. So yeah, but we're adding stuff on top of the P2P platform, but P2P is our core product, yeah. And we've been online
gotcha.
for a year and a half now,
Okay.
so not
So
scamming anyone yet.
I got a few questions here. Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure
Sure.
out, right? Um, let's see here. So you said you're like the eBay of crypto.
Yep.
I don't know anything about this project. A lot of people think that I know about projects going into an interview. I know nothing about CryptoLocally.
Okay.
So I don't help me to describe that. I thought that when buying crypto, I could just use an exchange or
Yep.
DeFi platform like Uniswap. How is CryptoLocally different from those?
So the main difference is that we're not custodial, so we never hold the user's funds. Well, for like to give you a very practical example, when you buy crypto on Binance, for example, or any other centralized exchange, let's say you buy with credit card, and then you have a balance, like a Bitcoin balance on your wallet, right? But that Bitcoin is never actually into your possession, right? Because you don't have the private keys, you don't have it in your personal wallet. So the difference with us is we never have the crypto that you bought somewhere or that you into our wallets. You always keep ownership of the crypto.
Okay.
To give you like the difference on the flow itself on how it works, it's way more human that it could be on centralized exchange where you just see graphs and order books and all those stuff that most people actually don't understand. On CryptoLocally, you trade with feel like not a human being, right? So for example, I would be selling one ETH, for example, at a specific price, not a specific price, but price plus a specific premium, for example. And you want to buy Ethereum, you'll ping me, and we'll just the only thing we have to decide to agree on is the payment methods. Let's say PayPal or Pioneer or TransferWise, whatever, and then we do the trade, right? So the crypto gets sent to an escrow. We are using a smart contract escrow, so that's also very important because the other P2P platforms out there are not using smart contract escrow. It's also custodial. We're the only one doing something that's completely non-custodial. And so that's actually making the whole process very safe because no one can actually touch to the crypto while you're trading, right? As long as the counterparty didn't validate the trade, then nothing goes through.
Gotcha. So let me just try to recap this. You're
Sure.
saying Binance doesn't allow you to actually, you know, own your own crypto. It's in the Binance ecosystem basically.
Yeah.
And you're saying that that's a custodial way of buying and selling crypto.
Exactly. Yeah.
How, and I've heard this phrase, not your keys, not your coin, I believe.
Yep.
And so if you don't have those private keys, you don't really truly own it. Now, you said that CryptoLocally differs from that by you are talking to another person anywhere in the world, and they say, "Hey, I've got ETH I'm selling," and you said plus a premium. I'm not sure what that was.
Well, that's for you to set. So that's why the example with eBay is quite accurate because you set your own offer. Let's say you want to buy or sell whatever crypto. You set which exchange rate you want to follow. Let's say you want to follow the BTC USD pair on Binance. So you click that on our create offer flow. And then you can, if you want, you can put a premium or even sell at lower than market price to attract more people or to actually make a profit on your sell. So it's a different approach to most traders that do that call kind of to arbitrage between different countries. So they buy, for example, in the US, they sell in Nigeria, or the opposite, the other way around, because their like prices actually are not exactly the same in different countries. So they want to have that kind of ability to set a premium or a discount on their offers.
Oh, okay. So I kind of see what you're getting then. So tell me if this is right. That like how people buy different products from like say China, right? And then
Yeah.
they sell it in America. You are allowing that for crypto. If I could buy in like Binance and sell on somewhere else on crypto locally, basically, and
Yeah,
I could
pretty
try
much.
to
Yeah.
make a difference on people would buy at a higher. So then why wouldn't they just go to Binance then?
Well, there's a lot of different use cases. So there's a lot of people that do that for remittances. Like we have a lot of users in Nigeria, for example. They use it to like send money in and out of the country to their family or something like that. Also, even to sell, like to get, like a lot of actually one thing we don't realize in developed countries, like a lot of people don't have credit cards, don't have bank accounts. So they are looking for different ways to get into crypto or to sell their crypto. So you can on CryptoLocally you can set one of the payment methods that you can have is actually meeting face to face. So you can actually pay by cash, meaning face to face. So it's just like the options you have to buy and sell is just way broader than you have on Binance, for example,
Oh, gotcha.
and
So
it's
now
also way
you're
more localized.
that's why it's crypto local. Okay, I
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
it. Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
like
So
payment methods are very different, right, from one country to another. I guess you're probably using Venmo, for example, but
yeah.
in Europe, Venmo is not available. So you have maybe more people on PayPal. In Africa, in some countries, there's like different other apps that are most used. So all those things are we have to adapt to our markets and to our users, and that's what we're trying to do.
Oh yeah. Also, I found that different countries don't allow Binance, and even different states in the United States don't allow Binance.
Yep.
So how someone's supposed to buy something like BNB on, on that? So, but help me to understand, right? I got a little lizard brain. I'm still trying to understand this whole crypto world, right? What's
Sure.
the why couldn't they just go to like I don't know Uniswap or something, some DeFi?
Well, you can't buy for cash, right? So the our offering is more if you want to get in or out of crypto. It's not like using your crypto, right? Well, you can do some DeFi stuff on our platform too. You can stake, you can vote, you can do some of those stuff, but the core product is really getting in and out of crypto, right? With any payment method that you want.
Oh, that okay. Now I think I've understood. So you're saying that there's a problem in the world, and that's getting in and out of crypto into like regular cash or fiat or
Yep.
whatever. And I've experienced this myself. Like getting out of Binance is difficult. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Getting
not
in
easy
and
at all. Yeah.
no, and then I try to like I'm trying to even I'm trying to give them my money, and they're blocking my bank. I gotta
Yep.
call the bank. I gotta clear. I'm like, hey, yeah, that's really me. And then it comes up on my card as like Gibraltar or something. It's like, what the heck is
Yeah.
Gibraltar?
And you get a lot
And
of red flags from your bank. They ask you
yeah,
where
yeah,
the money is
yeah. And
coming
then it's
from,
flag.
what you've
Okay,
been doing. You actually, when you're cashing in or out from any like central exchange, it feels like you're a drug dealer or something like that because
yeah.
there's all those barriers come up, and you always have to answer all those questions. So it's not
It's
easy.
super sketch or whatever, and I'm not trying to do anything sketchy. So you're saying
Yep.
that okay, crypto locally allows you to get in and out, and so I could be like, hey, I want to pay in cash, I don't want to pay, or I want to pay in PayPal even. I don't know how that works. I'm not really interested in how it works, but why is it working?
Yep.
So are you saying that you who's your biggest clientele? Who are you trying to target with this thing? People trying to get in and out of crypto quickly, but like what
Yeah.
countries? Like what does that look like?
Yeah.
Who's your
Well,
biggest user
that's
base?
yeah. So on the location, we have a lot of users in Africa and Southeast Asia. So in Africa, like Nigeria, Ghana, are big markets. In Asia, we have Philippines, Indonesia. Um, the common point I would say between those markets are that the use they're making out of crypto is very different from the ones we are doing in more Western countries. Um, they have a real use from crypto. They pay each other in crypto. They receive money, keep money because some of those countries have currencies that are not very stable. So they try to find other ways to earn their life, right? So a lot of them are, for example, freelancing online. They want to cash out their money, stuff like that. So there's a very different use cases, but I think the emerging markets, if we want to call them like that, uh, are the main target. But apart from that, we also have like Western countries that work pretty well too. Maybe the sizes of the trades are bigger in other countries because the purpose is different. We have like OTC dealers that also trade on platform. They try to get big amounts of crypto in or out of the market.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, I feel like I'm getting somewhere. You're saying that you are targeting these emerging countries,
Yep.
third world countries, these countries that with unstable currencies. And the reason why the use case is that, say someone is like a VA, like work online, and they get paid in like whatever currency fiat, then they could go into crypto, buy whatever they want to do, or switch it out or trade, and they could get out of crypto, and it's very very easy. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Pretty much. Yeah.
And then it's charting these targeting these emerging markets, these I guess third world countries, right? That it's kind of awesome because like that's what Cardano's doing, right? That's what SafeMoon is doing. That's what these other big players are doing. Like they see that the market,
Yeah.
like these markets are growing and growing quickly, and they have a specific need for a way to basically do financial services without having to go to some bank that may be like corrupt or unstable or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's the use case of crypto locally, then, right?
Well, it's I would say it's one actor into that ecosystem that's growing in those countries. But
Okay.
P2P it's a major actor in those countries. Yeah, it's very important. They are testing a lot of different platforms. Some of them even use them a couple of different ones to make sure they can get what they want. But yeah, but the biggest thing is that I think crypto is really, you can see the real use of crypto in those countries. You can really see how crypto is changing lives into those type of countries because some of them don't have access to banks at all, no credit cards again, as I said. So that's a very big, very important thing in those countries. Yeah.
Okay, so give me an example. Like, give me like an example of walk me through the events of someone. I tried to do it, but maybe I didn't do a good job of it. I'm not really fully convinced myself if I did a good job of it.
Yep.
But walk me through an example of how someone would use crypto locally in their daily life, from work to crypto locally to paying someone to back into crypto locally to back to, you know what I mean? Give me an example here.
Well, I think one of the cool examples is that some of the people we hired on the community management side were actually people that approached us that were actually already involved in different cryptos and stuff, and they try to do those kind of jobs for different projects, right? But they are actually paid in crypto, and they are using our platform then to cash out what we actually pay them with. So they get paid, for example, in Ethereum or in Bitcoin or even stablecoins, because we also have stablecoins on CryptoLocally, and they just set their offers online. So they're saying that, let's say they have one Ethereum again, they choose the different payment methods they can accept. So again, you can add as many as you want. If you have multiple ones, if you have just one, you can add one, and that's it. The offer is online, and then just have to wait until some people come by.
Oh, so this is really
that
for someone
depends
who
on
gets
yeah.
this is really for someone who gets paid in crypto then. Like someone who works in the crypto industry, they get paid in crypto and then they could go into their country, do what they need to do, and then come back and they get paid in crypto again. That's what it's for.
It's not the only use case, but it's one of the use cases. Yeah.
So I just recently made a video on my channel about the emergence of the crypto industry and how it's creating new types of jobs, right? Like if you're not just a marketer, you're a crypto marketer. If you're not just a designer, you're a crypto designer. If you're not just an admin for a business person, you're a crypto admin. And so you're going to get paid in cryptocurrency. So there's a whole bunch of these new jobs that are coming out that are crypto specific. And of course, you're going to be paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, stablecoin, whatever, crypto. But then you still have to live your life.
Yeah.
And so
You have to pay your bills,
this is very helpful for at least that part, right? It's not just an investment. It's actually, some of like I try to use it as investment, but I hardly go to, Walmart or Publix and swipe my crypto card. I don't pay in crypto. I don't pay in crypto.
Yeah.
I pay in cash. But I get paid in cash, and then I take a little bit of extra cash and I put it into crypto. Here, if someone gets paid in crypto, they take that and they turn it into cash and they go use it. I could understand that. And you're saying that's just one of the many ways that you could use crypto locally.
And again, to your example about cashing out or putting money into Binance, for example, like the amount is also like, let's say you want to cash out $10, right? If you do that through Binance, it's going to be a hassle, and it's going to take a couple days because they have to verify like which bank you're sending it to
Mm.
and stuff. So even for smaller amounts, like the flexibility is bigger on P2P exchanges. Like you can just trade like small amounts, get in, get out, just find, and most of the people actually find trusted traders, and they always trade among themselves, right?
That's a good point. Like the speed of getting in and out
Yeah.
is much faster. Is it instant, or do we have, how long do I have to typically wait?
So that actually the longest part is actually the payment method. So the part is not on our side. That depends on the payment method. Some people trade with PayPal, it's instant. Some people trade with bank transfers. Those can take longer, depending on the
Okay, that makes
countries.
sense. If you pay in
So
cash, it's right there. If you pay in
exactly
PayPal,
right.
it's right there. Okay, gotcha.
So
Yeah, that
yeah,
makes
that
that makes sense. Okay, so tell me, tell me how does the price work then? If I've got if I've got ETH and ETH is, you know, if I'm paying in ETH, right? And I'm using CryptoLocally. ETH is, let's just say, valued at 3 grand, right? It's not. I wish it was, but say it's valued at 3 grand. So would I then put that up on the marketplace and say, hey, I'm selling ETH for $3,500?
No, so
Or
you don't set a price like that. You just choose a trading pair on a trading platform or wherever you like. We have a couple available on our website, so you actually tracking the market price, but you can
okay,
set a margin up or under that price. So let's say you want to sell Bitcoin at the Binance pair BTC USD plus 5%, for example. And the price that is going to show on CryptoLocally is that price always updated automatically.
okay, okay. It's by percentage against the market price.
Exactly, yeah. Up or down, right?
Okay. Now, where's the market price come from? Because which market are you coming from?
Oh, so we'll say that's free to the user, right? So we have a couple different markets available, and you choose which one you want to use.
Okay,
So
okay,
that's
okay.
we use open APIs that all the major exchanges have, and so we mostly choose the biggest volume pair for crypto.
Awesome. You know, I feel like you've got something really special here, especially because I love the idea of like bringing crypto to these like emerging countries. I think that's amazing, actually. Like, I go to the Philippines often, and sometimes I'm deep in the jungle, bro. Sometimes I am deep in the jungle, and I don't, and I'm like, I'm American. You know what I mean? I'm Filipino, but I'm American. You know,
Yeah,
I like the comforts of America here, but it's crazy. Everyone has a phone over there. At least someone
exactly.
has
Yeah,
access to a phone. And so you could essentially bring these financial services to them, and they could get paid. I think it's just so awesome that they could find a job in crypto
yep,
online, do what they need to do, say like they're on Telegram, do what they need to do, get cashed out, and they don't have to they don't have to go to a bank or have to even
yeah.
own a bank. That, I mean, that's just amazing. I think that's really
It
cool.
just opens up a lot of different stuff for everyone, right? So if
Yeah.
you want to work online, you don't have to open a bank account to receive money. Blah blah. You set up a wallet. You trade. You earn the money. You can cash in, cash out on crypto locally. And actually,
Yeah.
Philippines is a great example because like when I went there, I realized that everyone you mention crypto to, everyone knows about it. There's like
Really?
even in Europe, like some people don't. Yeah, they know Bitcoin. They're just gonna tell you, okay, Bitcoin, but that's it. But in the Philippines, most of the people I talk to, they invested in it or they work somehow with crypto. So that the literacy about crypto in the Philippines is really amazing.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm proud here. So, I just yeah, I just really like that. That's and I like that you can't do that with you can't get in and out. That's the real magic part about it for me is that you can't get
Yeah.
in and out of it in Binance, but you can do that quickly here. I think that's just amazing. I think that's awesome, and it gives that opportunity to a lot of people. Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
So tell me about these other things then. You've got the DeFi wallet. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a decentralized wallet where you can stake a couple different currencies. So we have GIF, for example, our platform currency. We have a couple stable coins like USDT, USDC, DAI. There's also Uni on it. So the main difference with other DeFi offering is that it's also very flexible. You don't have a lockup period, or you don't have a minimum amount to withdraw. The only minimum is the Ethereum fee, of course,
Yes.
but apart from that, it's very flexible. You can stake $100 worth of Ethereum and stake it whenever you want, just a click, and then withdraw your money whenever you want to.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So it sounds like a typical wallet that, is just attached to you guys and people can
Yeah, and
use.
you can use that balance too to fund trades if you want to while you're
Okay.
trading on the platform. So it's just it
Yeah, it
made
just makes more
sense
sense
to
if you're
add it.
trading on this.
Yeah,
If you're using this platform, you're going to use the wallet too. Okay, it
exactly. Yeah,
just makes it so much easier. A lot of synchronization between the two. Okay,
exactly.
so crypto locally, you said it's been going for a year and a half now.
Yep.
Where am I as an investor? Where are you taking me? What's crypto locally's next move? What's the where if you were to paint like an ideal scenario of
Yep.
crypto locally, what would you be doing? What would it be doing?
So we're thinking that peer-to-peer has a really unique angle to play in cryptocurrencies, especially on the like user acquisition for the ecosystem as a whole. And we think that our infrastructure is also very like it's easy for us to add stuff on top of it. Like for example, NFTs is something we really believe a lot in, and we can use our smart escrow infrastructure for NFTs, for example. So you could buy and sell person to person with like using NFTs. So you would list an NFT and you get paid for cash, for example.
I love that. I love the
Which
ability to sell that.
yeah, which is not possible yet. So well, not that I know of at least. So now you have to buy a crypto. Then if you're not buying Ethereum first, for example, or other blockchains that have NFTs on it, so you have to switch to that one and then
Of
buy an
course,
NFT, and
of
then the
course,
NFT
of
stays
course.
somewhere, and you have to do the whole thing again if you want to get out.
Of course, of course. So I love the gosh, that ability to get in and out is really key. So talk to me about the best use case of about. So I know it's not available right now, but it will be. Talk to me about the best use case about using crypto locally to get in and out quickly with an NFT. Like, what does that look like in the Philippines? What does that look like in Nigeria or Ghana or wherever?
I think well, so the trading flow is it would be pretty much the same. So I think the major key here is that it would actually make the whole NFT market way more available to everyone, right? Because most of the people now they are interested in NFTs. They want to buy some, but when you explain them all the process they have to go through to get to an NFT, then they don't listen to you anymore, right? So I think that it's just the flexibility and the the fact that you can buy with cash or with a credit card, with PayPal, for example. That's people would do that. I think it just opens up the market a lot.
So here's the thing with an NFT, I always thought it was silly, and this was me personally. This is just a personal
Yep.
opinion. I thought it was silly to buy like digital art. It made no sense to me. Okay, I am not that affluent guy, rich guy. Ooh, I got some digital art. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I don't think if you're in the if you're in the middle of nowhere, in the jungle, in the mountains, in the desert, wherever, you don't really care about digital art. And that is to me what
That's
seems
a good
like the
point. Yeah.
most the huh?
It's a good point. Yeah. But
It,
I think well, NFTs now are just mainly used for digital art, but it's slowly and slowly getting broader, right? So, and I think actually digital art was probably just kind of the MVP of NFTs, and we're going to see more and more NFTs for a lot of different stuff, right? So you could, for example, real estate would be something that NFTs could work for. You could buy a portion or at least one NFT of that represents a whole asset, like an illiquid asset, I would say. And if you go into down that route and you think about all the use cases for NFTs and then why you should buy for cash or and stuff, then all those things just start adding up and work together, right?
Agreed, agreed. That's yeah. I think that's my point here. Is that these guys? I mean, I don't care about digital art, and I don't think a lot of
Yeah.
people care about digital art. But what if someone's trying to sell their farm? What if someone's trying to sell their, I don't know, their plot of land,
Yep.
and they don't want to have to go through a bank and go through all the kind of stuff. I mean, like that's pretty sweet.
Yep. And
It
well,
seems
the
like
barrier to that is just the legal part, right? Right now, NFTs are not legally recognized for stuff like real estate, for example. So that I think it's just a matter of time until we see
sure.
NFTs getting broader and broader and used in very different industries.
Well, I mean, if I mean, check out El Salvador, right? They adopted Bitcoin as their legal tender. I'm assuming NFTs is going to be a legal thing to kind of like, hey, this is the next step, right? I mean,
Yep.
that
And
seems like the right.
I actually think that the first country to start going down that route is going to be a major advantage in the future because they'll have time and experience in that thing that other countries will not have. So I think it's a very good move from El Salvador and other countries that start looking into
A
blockchain in
hundred
general.
percent,
But NFTs,
100%.
crypto in general is going to be game
So
changing for those countries.
here's what I understand, Hugo, about you and crypto locally is that you guys are on the forefront of mass adoption for cryptocurrency. This is how you get crypto widely adopted is to make it to bring down the barriers of entry. And you
Yep.
have brought down or are bringing down the barriers of entry. Where do you see crypto as an industry, as a use case, as mass adoption? And this is probably like bigger ethereal stuff bigger than both of us, you know what I mean? But where do you see crypto in 10 years as far as adoption goes?
Well, to be honest, it's actually going faster than I thought it would. Like I started getting involved with crypto in 2016, early 2016. And at that time, it just, I don't know, it was like a really new world, like you had to be careful about everything you would do and stuff. Like
Yeah.
everything was very dodgy. There was like DeFi was very, very, very small at that time. No NFTs
Yeah.
or very, the only thing that was there was CryptoKitties. And now you look at everything that's out there. It's just amazing. I can't even keep up with it. It's just like every day you have a new product that pops up. There's news about like banks adopting it, countries adopting it. So I think it's just going to go faster and faster. Like the people just focus on prices, but I think price is just a very like a detail about crypto and blockchain in general. I think I think it's going to change at least the financial world, and I probably a couple other industries too. I think gaming is probably a very big one that people usually don't think about, but I think NFTs has a very big,
Sure.
very big thing to play in gaming. I can definitely see unique cars being sold in the next GTA or stuff like that. So I think it's gonna disrupt a lot of different industries and also a couple ones that we don't even think about right now.
Yeah, because I really, I mean, like, here's the thing. When SafeMoon was coming out with it, like Project Phoenix, and they were like, oh, Gambia is going to adopt SafeMoon as the local current. And I honestly, I don't really know what's going on there. But I'm like, they're really going to be paying SafeMoon? Like, it didn't make sense with me.
Yeah,
And it still doesn't make sense to me because, like, how do they, there's obviously people, this is like a slow adoption. I mean, it's so slow adoption in the States. How is it going to be super fast adoption in these other countries? But crypto locally solves that gap in my lizard brain. You know what I mean? It says like, hey, we are able to bring crypto that influx of money, that ecosystem that people are earning. Or from around the world. All of that is going to go into the local economy because of us of crypto locally. I think that's fascinating. I haven't heard anyone else talk about like the difficulty of getting in and out of crypto, and you guys are solving that. I think that's wildly amazing, and I think that as more countries are starting to adopt crypto, I think you are at the forefront of that. Or I mean, I just
but
that's
at
it
least we're
just makes
trying
more
to. Yeah,
sense. Yeah. Okay, so Hugo, I've got two last questions here.
sure.
The first question, is there anything left that you haven't shared with me? Any secrets that you need to divulge that's just sitting in your belly here that, hey, you know what, we still have, you haven't brought this up yet and I want to bring this up.
Well, we have our own currency, which is called Give. It's quite interesting for a couple of different reasons. So we have You can earn actually give while trading on the platform. Each time you complete a trade on the platform, you get a percentage of that trade directly deposited on your wallet.
Okay.
You have a couple of different stuff. You can, if you refer people, you can also get some give in return, stuff like that. And you can actually vote with that gift for proposals that are made on our governance platform. So
Awesome.
users can post improvements they want on the platform. They can post new currencies they want to see listed, and you can vote with your give what you want to see happening on the platform too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
How,
that's the last thing we didn't talk about.
yeah. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about token. I asked this
Sure.
about everyone. So I assume that you own a lot of Give. How much do the devs and how much do you guys own of Give?
I don't have the specific numbers, but it's less than 5% now. So
Oh
it's
wow. Okay.
quite, yeah. We don't have actually that much give into our pockets,
Okay.
but
How are you guys?
everything is listed on our white papers. So if you want to have a deeper
Gotcha.
look into that, everything is on there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think someone can look on that. I'm trying to get to things that we can't find on white papers. I want to hear it
Okay,
from you.
sure.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So how are you compensated in this way? How are you compensated? Is everything sent to like some dev wallet or yeah?
What do you mean by
What's your incentive
compensated?
for
Like
all of this?
to me or to the platform, to the company?
To you.
Well, if the like I'm paid in crypto through the company. So if the company does well, I'm incentivized. And of course, if Give does well, I'm also incentivized because I have a small portion of it.
Hmm. Okay.
Um, but yeah, so those are the two main incentives for me. Yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean,
and the
I just
pleasure
like
of
to say,
building a cool product too.
well, that's true too. I mean, like this is very very cool is not the right word. I think that's too low. I think it's like you like what it solves a very difficult problem that I myself am frustrated with. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, well, actually, that's
Chase
we
will
got the
not let
idea
me buy
because
crypto.
we were struggling with that with Jay. So we started with a block producer on EOS.io. I don't know if you're aware of that blockchain. So we
Uh-huh.
started on that's our first gig with Jay, and so we received crypto as a payment through for being a block producer. So it's kind of mining in a different way. And at some point we struggled to to actually cash out for to make it real money, right? So at some point, and I was using other P2P platforms, and so we had the idea of combining all those stuff and actually coming up with a solution to that.
Yeah, man. One of the ways that I convinced my wife that I'm going to invest in, I said, "Hey, let me take my daughter's savings account. Okay, this is how much I believe in crypto. I'm going to take this thing. I could cash out at any time. Okay, I mean, let me just invest it in here. It grew. We made some money, and I'm like trying to cash out a little bit. I'm like, uh-oh, what the heck? So it is a
Yeah,
struggle. I totally
it
get it,
is.
and
Yeah,
I want the quick release. I want the quick cash out. So for sure. Okay, cool. I got one last question here.
sure.
I'm going to ask it, and then before I ask it, I'm going to wind this all down. The question is this: out of all the sea of cryptos out there, why should I invest in you? I only have so much money. Say I got $100. Why should I invest in you as a person and as a business, as a company? Why you against everything else? I could invest in some dog coin, or I could invest in some like ADA or Cardano. You know what I mean? Like, what? Why specifically you? Now, before you get to that and answer that question for anyone who's listening, yeah, you got to do your own research. I knew nothing about this. If you're watching right now, I hope you have enough information, enough understanding to, hey, you know what? I'm interested in CryptoLocally. If you want to know more, check the descriptions down below. Make sure that you go to those links and do your own research. Look, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just a cowboy, okay? If you want to join with me and a whole bunch of other cowboys, hit the subscribe button down below. Link in the Telegram, notification bell, like all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate you watching this far. All right, Hugo, last question. Why should I and why should this person, why should he or she invest in CryptoLocally?
I think the major point would be like the technical side of it. So the smart contracts we're using for escrows is very unique, and we actually patent pending on that technology. and we are always trying to be on the forefront of the technical part. That's also why we're getting into NFTs. We think that our technical team, our team in general, is very strong, and we believe that we can make a big difference.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Thank you, Hugo, for being in the hot seat. I know I grilled you, but I hope you came out.
No,
I think
it was
it
very
came
fun
out
answering your
well.
questions.
Yeah, appreciate it. And thanks for
a lot.
watching this far into the video. Make your own decisions. Check out CryptoLocally. Description, links in the description. Thanks, guys. Lizard brain, gorilla arms, diamond hands. We'll see you guys on the moon.